Hello, hello. I am here with DCW Builds as we get ready for Illinois Comic Con coming up here in a couple of weeks. How you doing today, David?
Doing great. Busy as can be trying to get everything lined up.
Yeah, we're as we're recording this, we're about 2 weeks out from the show in Peoria, so it's that final stretch, final preparation for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and roll right into things. Before we get too deep into what's going on here in a couple of weeks over in Peoria, let's just get to know you a little bit. Every cosplayer has a start of their journey, has a level one into this hobby. What was your start into cosplay?
Um, if I go all the way back, I was always into making stuff like even out of like foil and cardboard but like I think the most it got serious for me in like it was like 2008. I had a broken hockey stick that I turned into a keyblade.
Oh,
Like
nice.
Kingdom Hearts keyblade. Um, and then from there I kept making more props. I made the Master Sword from Zelda. I made a bunch of other Keyblades. I made like Assassin's Creed hidden blades out of like drawer slides.
Oh, that's
I went to Home
awesome.
Depot and I bought some drawer slides and just with a little hacksaw, just like cut them. But I made it so that like it wanted to say shut.
Mhm.
Like you'd flick it out like a lightsaber, and it would like catch and stay locked until you pulled it, and it would like retract.
That's
I was so
pretty.
proud of it.
Yeah, that's some pretty heavy engineering for a Home Depot drawer slider.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so I watch a lot of hockey and there's a lot of broken sticks on the ice. I never would have thought of turning one into a keyblade. That is such a cool, unique way to turn something.
Oh, I mean, so back then I was in high school and
Mhm.
like I was afraid to paint stuff and like really to commit to anything. So like I instead of painting it, I actually went to Walmart and they had like all these different colors of duct tape.
Okay.
And so like the I bought yellow and wrapped the handle in that. I bought like silver tape, not like the regular duct tape, but
Mhm.
like the chrome duct tape for the blade and like I don't know, like I was just like so afraid to like dive into painting things that I just like was finding ways around it. But then cut to like 2014. I found out after the fact that it was C2E2 related, but like I saw an ad for a superhero supervillain bar crawl,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm like, oh, I want to do something for that. So I started rigging up like an Iron Man gauntlet and a boot covered, kind of to be like the scene from Iron Man 3 where
Mhm.
like the bits are all coming to him when he's breaking out. And so I figured like, oh, like it's easy enough to wear to a bar crawl, just one glove and one boot, like, and I don't know, like I was like doing mine out of cardboard and like little boxes, and I kept seeing images like these looks. Everyone like has like such perfect like shapes and like accurate looking things. Like they must be like there must be a template out there or something.
Mhm.
And then I started seeing like people were making it out of foam. I'm like, I had no idea like how they were doing this, and so that's what like really drove me into it. Summer, but fast forward to summer of like 2015, I'm building my first full Iron Man suit
Oh, wow.
out of foam because I realized it was a thing. And then kind of the rest is history. I just like
Yeah.
yeah, I finished it and made more costumes and more and just never stopped.
And now here we are. And it's funny you mentioned C2E2. So we actually, you've been on my website before. You were part of the C2E2, the Revolution Brewing pre-party, the red carpet cosplay walk. That was like back in March or early April of this year. I can't believe we're almost to the end of the year as we're recording this. But
Yeah.
how have you been up to cosplay wise since then? Any new builds or anything that you're planning on doing?
I feel like I've both done a lot and then nothing since. But no, I remember one of the questions Ben was like asking like plans for C2E2 and like
Hmm.
I was in the midst of preparing for the Crown Championships.
Yes.
I mean obviously did not place, but I'm friends with most of the winners who all place like everyone who competes. Like we're all pretty good friends. Like
Mhm.
everyone like knows each other, and so it's just like yeah, everyone wants to win. But like I'm so happy for my friends.
Right.
'Cause, like we're all really close, and so either way, C2E2 was an awesome experience. And then like over the summer, there's all these different random events here and there. Going to Dragon Con over Labor Day. I brought
Oh
that
wow.
same costume I wore to right on a whim, like uh the same thing I wore to the crown.
Mhm.
And I found out like the night before we were like all hanging out like playing Beyblades at like 2 a.m. and I realized that there was a video game cosplay contest.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like different tracks at Dragon Con. Like there's a literary track, there's a video game track, there's a costuming track. This one fell under video game, so it was only open to video game characters. So I'm like, hey, I got a video game character. So
Yeah.
it was first come, first serve, show up, and got there, and so I made the cut to get into the contest, got my prejudging. I was by myself, so I messaged the group chat. I'm like, "Hey, can someone be my handler?" And one of my good friends, Foxy Cosplay, she's like, "Yeah, I can be there." And so she helped me through prejudging. Afterward, I had 2 hours to kill. I didn't want to walk all the way back to the Marriott where I was staying. She's like, "Oh, we can go hang out in our rooms." Went hung out with her husband in their room. Got to hang out with Nick from the Foamery, who
Oh,
makes really awesome
awesome.
foam. So we're all just chatting and like they're like so nice and like I got to take off my armor. They fed me a Lunchable and gave me a drink and then suited up. Anyway, cutting forward, I ended up taking second place in that
Oh,
contest.
congratulations.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, thank
I,
you. So that all worked out the way all the pieces fell into place. It was really nice.
and I love that. Like, it's such a great community. Like you said, you're friends with a lot of people that compete, and you throw a message out, and not only do you get a handler, but you get a place to crash for a little bit and hydrate. Yeah, it's such an awesome community.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's funny. I met Rachel in the Crown back in 2022. She was in her like Diablo costume, like couldn't use her hands, and she was complaining she was hungry. My wife had a grilled cheese, like half a grilled cheese in her backpack, so she ended up like feeding that to her like while we're backstage, and like we've been friends since. So
That's
it's
what
just it all comes back around, and
That's friendships made at conventions stand the test of times for reasons like that. Like nowhere else will you find some people willing to do that. It's such a cool thing. But it sounds like you've been busy since then. And you mentioned Kingdom Hearts here a few minutes ago, and anyone who looks through your body of work through your Instagram, you'll see stuff from Doom, from Fallout, from Witcher. Is it safe to say that Kingdom Hearts was an early influence for you into gaming before you got into more of those titles we just kind of ran through that you cosplay from?
uh, absolutely. But like I would say even before that,
Mhm.
Zelda.
Zelda.
Uh, I think that might have been the first N64 game we ever got
Oh,
was
nice.
Zelda Ocarina of Time, and like that was such an influence on me. I mean, hell, the Ganondorf armor like that I just was talked about, it's from that particular game,
Hmm.
that version. And here I am. I think that one came out in like 1998, so
Hmm.
27 years later, it's still a part of things. The new I don't have a Switch 2, so I can't get it, but the new Zelda
Hmm.
uh just came out like today, I think. But
I think so. Yeah, I think it did just come out today. Kind of the next one in the line of the recent three that they've done.
definitely Zelda huge influence on kind of everything for
Hmm.
me. And then Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, that sort of deal. I didn't really get into shooters until I played Halo. I've never actually owned a Call of Duty like
Really?
ever. I've played them at friends' house, but I've
Mhm.
never owned it myself. But Halo, and then eventually Doom. Like I got as much as I love it, like I got in kind of late. Like
Mhm.
I when in 2020 when Animal Crossing came out, like I loved all the memes.
Right.
So I there was a sales I bought both Doom and 2016 and Doom Eternal,
Okay.
and I loved them. And I just haven't stopped, and now I'm working on my Dark Ages armor. So
I'll say I know you have the armor from those games. I've seen on your Instagram, and it looks amazing. So that's such an awesome franchise to get pulled into, and those were two great entries into that franchise. So you had an awesome starting point.
oh yeah, and like it's really funny because my wife really likes Animal Crossing, so all the
Mhm.
memes, like it all, we love the jokes and keep it going.
It all came together. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit. One of the main reasons we're talking here today is you were going to be a cosplay guest for Illinois Comic Con down in Peoria, November 22nd and 23rd. So coming up as we're recording this, a couple of weeks from today. So what does the convention have lined up for you? It looks like you're going to be part of the cosplay contest.
Yeah, we'll be judging the contest.
Mhm.
The panel schedule just got announced. I think it was just
I
yesterday.
think it was just last night it came out.
And so I'll be hosting one all about surviving cosplay contest.
Nice.
And like just breaking down how a contest runs, what all the different aspects, like what a build book is, what is
Mhm.
prejudging, what to expect, sportsmanship, building friends. I mean, I've already talked like 4 times about like
Mhm.
making friends in contests. So
Right.
like it's like a cosplay contest is not like, it's not like you're in a boxing match where,
Mhm.
or like a sporting event like where you're gonna like, you're winning to win. Like you're competing against yourself. So like
Mhm.
your costume is like as well crafted as it could be versus like whatever else everyone has to show. So
No, that's that's
really excited for that.
that's a good
And
angle. It's kind of you against you, like.
yeah. Um I did see that the meetup schedule got published.
Mhm.
I did ask Jay, the showrunner, like if we can squeeze a Fallout one in.
Oh
Uh
yeah.
I'm like we're we're like the just like a week after the New Vegas day, and
Hmm.
then we're like 3 weeks before the second season of the live
Hmm.
action Prime show. I'm like, think we can squeeze it in, hopefully. But I mean, if not, maybe an unofficial one. Um,
Yeah, that would be, and it's funny. I just interviewed. It just came out yesterday. I think was my interview with Justin Evergarden, who's going to be one of the guests there, and his Fallout setup is like next level.
ooh.
Yeah, so I'll once we log off here, I'll send you some stuff. He's bringing in a Nuka-Cola Jeep with a like trailer behind it that looks like it's straight out of the Fallout universe. So I think there's a couple of different Fallout. There's definitely going to be a Fallout theme there. Official meetup or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have to scrounge something together if
Hmm.
not. But no, I didn't realize that. That's really cool.
Yeah, his. I'll send you some of the stuff after we log off here. Some of his. He started with cosplay, and if you're listening to this, here's a preview of what a different podcast I did sounds like. But yeah, he started with like doing cosplay, and now he just does full on vehicle mods, and he's a huge Fallout fan. So naturally, Fallout's one of the franchises he pulls from.
Nice. That's really cool.
So, and so speaking of judging, you have been a judge in craftsman. You've competed in craftsmanship contests. Is there anything from going from competitor to judge that you take with you that you look for when you judge, or just any experience you take from being a competitor that you apply to being the judge now?
Definitely, I think like having the opportunity to judge contests
Hmm.
has made me better at cosplay. Like I know a lot more of like what judges are looking for. Like
Sure.
um I'll go like even back to like I remember competing at Wizard World 2021,
Mm.
like the final Wizard World. Like I was wearing my Boba Fett armor, and like I think it's a fine costume, but
Mhm.
like at that point I didn't um I was wearing just 3D printed armor plates that I bought the files, but I mean I made everything.
Sure.
But like I didn't make any of the soft goods. I just like got those like the vest,
Hmm.
the boots and everything. And so like all I was really able to be judged on like is like how well I finish the print pieces, like
Hmm.
the sanding, the painting, and like just like the overall like how I put it together. Because I didn't really like make stuff. I didn't sew my undergarment, like
Hmm.
the flak vest, the flight suit, and all that. So knowing what judges look for, like I take that and even stuff I'm just building for fun. Like I like overcomplicate things and like try to make them the best they can, like as imagining that I'm gonna have to explain it to a judge
Sure.
down the line. Like I sewed it like a certain way. I finished all my seams,
Hmm.
like but like I don't know. I looked at I've done so much. I've forced myself to do so much sewing in the last like couple of years, just
Hmm.
because like there's it's not that sewing or 3D printing or foam,
Hmm.
not that any of them are harder than the others, but like each one has a cap of like how much like skill and technique you can showcase in each.
Sure.
So like say you did not level playing field, you didn't make your pattern or model
Hmm.
or template for any of them. So you 3D print your thing. So you scaled it, you printed it, sanded it, smoothed it out, painted it, made it wearable, attached it.
Yeah.
Um,
Weathered it up, maybe.
yeah, and like so you have like that 10, 12 different techniques all there.
Hmm.
Foam, you transfer your patterns to foam. You sorry,
Oh, you're good.
cut them out. You glue it together. You make sure it fits. You seal it. You paint it. You weather it. You do all that. So it's slightly more than what you would have done for your 3D print. And then like for sewing, like then you make you transfer your pattern to your fabric, cut it out, you assemble it, but you can add uh you can have different embellishments, you can add embroidery. I'm doing a lot of smocking for my next build. It's to try to oversimplify, it's like bunching up fabric with strategically placed stitches so that
Oh, okay.
it creates like a pattern or like a design on the right side of it. So like basically I'm on the back side I do a grid and then I'm alternating like which corners I'm like pinching together and sewing. So when you flip it back over, it'll look like a basket weave. Like
Oh, okay.
um so I mean that is just like one technique. So like there's a lot more things you can do and skills you can showcase
Hmm.
in when it comes to needlework. So
Sure. Sure. And so speaking of cosplay in that weekend, have you decided on what your cosplay lineup for the couple of days are going to be? Maybe something from the Fallout universe since we've been talking about that,
I'm probably just because it is kind of cumbersome to wear my bigger armors at things.
especially when you're judging.
Yeah, I'll most likely wear my vault suit. 'Cause it's
Nice.
fairly easy to wear, and I might actually wear Vigilante. He's kind of a newer one that I pieced together, partially based off of one of my friend's templates, partially just ran with and like modified and mocked up my own because
Hmm.
like um her templates don't really fit for me and made it work. And also like I wanted to like make it like other parts like the abdomen to make it look like a more of like a bulletproof vest type deal.
Oh, okay.
So I like wedged foam in between pieces of fabric and like stitched around it so like it looks like there's like plating in there.
Gotcha.
But Vigilante is pretty easy to wear. Like I mean it's just like a little foam collar and then some belts. But yeah, and also everyone like when I wear the glasses, everyone like says like, "Oh, your glasses look really nice," when they are fake glasses. And, I mean, I wear contacts, but like the glasses I wear for that, they're not real.
Yeah,
So
they're just fake dummy lenses and the frames.
yeah,
Oh, that's funny. And so are you you're gonna have a table set up there, anything, are you gonna bring any of like your props to display there or
um, definitely planning to. The last like handful of cons I've had a table at, I've brought my Doom armor. At least the upper body. I have
yeah.
like a tabletop mannequin. It's really just PVC pipe assembled and So I'll have that like on display. Like everyone like usually likes to take people like will walk past me while I'm sitting there and like go like take a picture with the armor. So I'll have that for sure. Probably have a collection of different helmets I've made.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm gonna have time, but I would. But then I'm also doubting like if I want to do this. So I got some files for the mechanical parts of the Doom Dark Ages Saw Shield.
Oh, okay.
So like you like pull a chain, it like tightens up the spring. When you let go of the brake, it will spin. Um, I want to get it more finished up to have that on display, but also if I'm not physically there to demo it, I
Yeah.
don't really want other people grabbing it because like if they drop it, it's now it's worthless.
Yeah. Game over.
I I'm like a little paranoid. I was at a con once and like a little naive. It wasn't even that long ago. It was 2022, but I was Thor. I
Okay.
This is like late at night at the con. I was Thor. I 3D printed my Stormbreaker axe. I kind of regret 3D printing it because it weighed like 9 pounds.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
heavy.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm in the hotel lobby. It's late and like the after hour stuff's about to touch. So I go to I'm waiting for the bartender to get a beer, and
Sure.
some guys come up, and the one guy's like, "Oh, like that's really cool. Like I see your axe." I'm like, "Sure." He holds it. He's like, "Yeah, wow, this is really heavy." And I'd say like, "Yeah, it's 9 pounds. Like it's fully 3D printed. And it's got like a steel rod for support." And then he hands it to the next guy. He's like, "Yeah, wow, this is really cool. Like so much like detail." And then like, he hands it to the third guy. Third guy like takes a couple steps back and just starts swinging it around and launching it across the room.
What?
And I'm like, "What the hell?" Like I'm in shock that this just happened. I get it back. It's like the handle like broken in multiple places.
Oh my
I can hear
God.
like rattling on the inside. Like part of like the back part of the hammer part is like caved in. It all held together because like there's a steel rod inside.
Right.
But like I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's
Like
nuts.
like I don't know. Like prior to that, like man, I could have resold it and to someone who wanted it like for a decent amount, and then like now to me, it's just like there's no value in it. It's broken. It's uh,
Yeah.
so I'm a little apprehensive about like letting people hold 3D printed stuff. I can let
Fair.
people hold a foam thing. If you drop it, that's fine. Like
It
it'll be
ain't gonna,
fine.
yeah, it won't do anything.
But that's also a driving force why I want to like start like learning. I did my first for Fan Expo this year.
Uh,
Got into like molding and casting stuff. I want to be able to like cast my like print a helmet, sand it, get it all smooth, and then make a mold out of it and cast in like urethane, and that way like I can have like my Doom helmet fully made out of rubber. So if I take it off and I drop it,
mhm.
it'll be fine. Don't have to worry about it shattering into a million pieces.
Sure. No, that totally makes sense. So, and outside of like, your judging and just kind of having the cosplay table set up, is there anything else you're kind of looking forward to for that weekend down in Peoria?
I mean, it's this con's first year down there.
Yes.
I've worked with the showrunners before back when I lived in Arkansas.
Oh, really? Okay.
Got to do some of the cons out there with them. So familiar with the setup.
Yeah.
They do a really good job with everything, and I have other friends who do some of their other shows in other states.
Hmm.
So it's great that it's all like coming back together. But I want this con to do well. We need more cons out here. Like
Yes,
we
absolutely.
have the bigger ones like C2E2 and Fan Expo and ASEN. Uh, and then it's just like a small handful of just smaller cons, which I like smaller cons. There's nothing wrong with them. It's
Same.
just we need more and like other than ColossalCon North, which unfortunately is happening the same weekend.
Yeah, it's that
Um,
same weekend.
there isn't really much going on in November.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I just want to grow this. A lot, and also everything is Chicago based.
Right.
There is more to Illinois than just Chicago.
It's a big
Even I
state.
mean,
There's a lot more than
I
just
I live
Chicago.
I live up here and like I work in the city, but like
Uh-huh.
there is more. So like at least very least Peoria, it's further south.
Hmm.
It's about 2 hours from where I'm at, and I don't know. I just want to like help spread the community joy of cosplay. But otherwise, for the weekend, want to hang out with people,
Yeah.
and I'm I'm been friends with Lore, one of the other
Hmm.
guests for a while. They even though our handles both end in builds, it's
Yes.
totally coincidental and unrelated, but happy to hang out with them. The other guests, Little Red Fox, I've not actually met in person, but
Hmm.
we follow each other, and so it'll be cool to make some new friends. And like, I don't know, I always get into cool conversations
Oh yeah.
at cons. Like, I went to one, and like somebody was telling me like how difficult it is to do a pacifist run in Fallout New Vegas.
Oh.
Like, what do you? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, try go play the game and don't kill anyone. I'm like, huh.
Huh.
I'm like, he's like, yeah, it's a lot harder. Like you got to be able to have your charisma, intelligence, and luck all the way up. Like be able to talk your way through every situation, not kill anyone.
Yeah. That's So did you try to do the run?
Um, I I don't I now I like try to play it like I'm going through Fallout 3. I'm trying to play it that way, but obviously just
Oh yeah.
taking out enemies. But like anytime there's a chance for a speech check, I do try to talk my way through it first. I realize like putting more stats into like charisma and intelligence like makes the game way easier. Like I started
Yeah.
playing Fallout like with Fallout 4 and like I wanted to have a heavy carry weight, so a lot in the strength and stuff. No, it's so much easier when you don't have to like fight everything, when you can just
Right.
talk your way out of it. So,
Yeah, you just talk your way out of
but
it instead of drawing and then you got to heal up and then you got to go through all that. It's like, yeah, you just talk your
yeah.
way out of it.
But I mean, I think that there's probably some life lesson in there about like
Right?
talking to like your problems and but
Yeah, I'm sure there is some deep life lesson in there, but so yeah, and as we're getting towards the end of the year here, like I said, today's actually it's Mass Effect Day today. It's N7 day as we're recording this. What do you have kind of planned up for the rest of this year into next year? Any cosplay competitions, cosplay builds that you're working on?
so I've kind of peppered it in throughout working
Yeah.
on my Doom Dark Ages armor.
Hmm.
That is what I'm planning to submit for C2E2,
Oh, awesome.
which working on it now. We don't know for sure when entries are going to open.
Hmm.
Probably early to mid January and probably closing mid February.
Sounds about
Um,
right. It's the end of March next year, so yeah, that
so
probably makes sense.
it's going to be here before I know it. And like
Hmm.
you you don't have to be totally done to submit, but like it's got to look
Oh, right.
mostly done. Like you submit photos, like so it's got to look good enough. And like not saying a lie or anything, but you can kind of fib it. Like when I did Ganondorf, I didn't have my muscle suit done.
Oh,
I had
okay.
the main armor done. I still had to do other work on. I had to make my own gloves at that point, which I just wore other gloves and just slapped the hand plate on just for the photo, just to get it done. But yeah, I got a decent amount of work to get done over the next like couple months, but I think I'll get through it. Um, I don't know if I really have any more competition plans for the year.
Hmm.
Um, we'll see. I guess it's already in February, but I'll see. Last year, I helped judge at Northwest Indiana Comic Con.
Oh, okay.
See if I get invited back to judge there, and or maybe try to compete. We'll see what happens there. I mean, that one's it's a smaller to mid-sized con, but like
Sure.
it's just it's a cool thing. And then like I know most of like the cosplayers who go, and like we have like a mini like after con. We all go out to a buffet, and like last year, someone made badges for it,
Really?
and like we're because it's just like a joke, but like everyone had a really good time and all hung out. So
Like you said earlier, it's all that sense of community and spreading that feeling and, recruiting new people for it.
yeah, yeah. At this point, I feel like I've most of my friends who I talk to on a regular basis, like I've met them in the last decade through cosplay, just going to cons, talking to
Hmm.
people, and
Doing
just
contests and
yeah, it's been great that way.
It's yeah, it really is. Just like anything, you see the negativity online, and it's like that's 1% of it, if that. Like, there's so much good in the community, like good friends to be made, just good memories to be had.
Yeah, I firmly believe like cons are what you make of them. Like
Yes.
if if you're not having a good time, like find a better group. Like go. You see someone wearing a same costume, go up and talk to them, ask them like, "Hey, how'd you do this? Like, did
Hmm.
you make it? Did you buy it? Whatever." And like, I don't know. Sometimes that doesn't always work out. Sometimes people just want to be left alone, and that happens. You move on, but you might find your new best friend. And also, I mean, in a similar vein, like hanging out with people who are in quotes better than you at cosplay
Yeah.
will in turn make you better because like you start to see what they do in their
Hmm.
process and like try to start replicating that. Like you're not copying the exact costume they're making, but like you're seeing like how how intentional they are with what they do, just like their whole process, and you start to incorporate stuff like that into what you
Totally.
do. I mean, at least that's how I feel it works for me. Like, I mean, it worked the same when I was in sports.
Hmm.
In like, you train with someone who's better than you, and you in turn start to become better. And like, so same thing in cosplay. Like, hang out with people who know their stuff, and you'll pick up stuff as you go.
Totally. No, that's awesome advice. And where can people keep up with you online with as you're going through this new Doom build for C2E2 and just your con adventures in general?
I'm DCW Builds on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I do have a YouTube, but I never really posted it. But DCW Builds across the board.
Cool. Well, we will keep that updated, or I'll keep those links below for you. And yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. It's going to be a fun weekend here in November 22nd and 23rd. So we'll be sure to catch up then.
Yeah, it's coming up too quick. I need more time to get ready.
Man, it's before you know it, it's like I always joke that the year ends after Halloween because it's like before you know it, it's Thanksgiving and then it's the holidays and then oh my God, it's a new year. So I always joke that like yeah, really October 31st may as well be the end of the year because it's just craziness after that.
Yeah, no, but seriously, it's not next weekend, but the following weekend. Like
Mm,
but yeah, I'm excited. So
awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time today. We'll keep your links below and we will see you in a couple of weeks.
cool. Thank you.